If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Doja Cat responds to Backlash about her saying some racist comments on social media. And 6ix9ine and G Herbo beef on Instagram. Let's talk hip-hop.
4C can suck my ass, is what 4C can do. 4C can... Thought I had my boyfriend. 4C could bend over and lick my ass. Good luck trying to finger comb it. Good luck trying to put a wide tooth through it the first couple of minutes. Jesus Christ. Why even God was like, let me give this bitch 4C hair just so that she could go bald. You know what I mean?
Alright, yo, so this is crazy, right? So the other day I talked about this, and I'm talking about it again because the whole situation is pretty layered and a little confusing, right? So y'all know, right? That was Doja Cat right there. And at this point, everybody on Twitter is basically like, yo, we canceled Doja Cat, right? And then the following day, everybody on Twitter was like, we're sorry, Doja Cat. Anyway, so there's a bunch of tweets coming out about Doja Cat saying a bunch of racist stuff against black people, gay people, and then Arabs too, right? The gay tweet she already apologized for, and that was a couple months ago, but now well, there are tweets leaking of her saying stuff about black people, right? But here's the thing though, Doja Cat is half black, right? She's half white and then half South African, right? The whole situation though is that she was pretty much raised by her white mother and her white family, right? And I see that Doja Cat on that video that I just showed you right there is talking about 4C hair, which is like very coarse, very thick hair, probably just like my beard. But she's saying like, you know, God gave me 4C hair because he wanted me to be bald, and fuck the texture of my hair, this 4C textured hair, right? Which is kind of crazy, but do I think that Doja Cat is racist, right? Against black people? No, because she's half black, but what I do think is that she probably has some kind of self-hate about her, right? And that might come from a bunch of different things. Maybe it comes from her mother, right? And her mother's hate or disdain for her father or her baby daddy, right? It may come from Doja Cat's family, right? If she was at, you know, barbecues or, well, not barbecues, but, you know, Christmas and Hanukkah and whatever the case may be, and, you know, all of her family is white and she's sitting there, the only light-skinned, you know, black girl, she may feel like an outcast, right? She may have self-hate, and I think that's where a lot of this is coming from. Now, also, Doja Cat was in a bunch of chat rooms, tiny chat rooms, where there's a lot of racist guys and white supremacist guys and people that talk shit about, you know, black people and women and gays and everything like that. She's in those chat rooms and she frequents those chat rooms a lot, right? But I really think that that also is something, I really think Doja Cat has to go to counseling or therapy or something like that, right? I think it's a lot of self-hate, and I feel like she's almost being a masochist or beating herself up by going into these chat rooms and being sexual and talking to these dudes who she knows only objectify black women and look at them, if anything, for sexual pleasure or fantasy, and that's it, because they damn sure don't respect black women, but she's ready to submit and succumb herself to that, right? And I don't know if that's her way of, you know, taking control back or, you know, trying to figure out her own shit, but I do think that Doja Cat is probably hurting, right? It's not like she's a racist, well, it's not like she's maliciously being crazy. I think that she needs help, right? But anyway, so Doja Cat sees everything that's going on and goes on Twitter and Instagram to respond to the backlash, right? So she says, I want to address what's been happening on Twitter. I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. I shouldn't have been on some of these chat room sites, but I personally have never been involved in any racist conversation. I'm sorry to everyone that I offended. I'm a black woman. Half of my family is black from South Africa, and I'm very proud of where I come from. And as for the old song that resurfaced, it wasn't in any way tied to anything outside of my own personal experience. It was written in response to people who often use that term to hurt me. I made an attempt to flip its meaning, right? But I recognized that it was a bad decision to use the term in my music. And the term that she's talking about is that didn't do nothing term in that song that she came out where she was talking about didn't do nothing. How much money could a didn't do make if a didn't do nothing, right? And I guess that term didn't do nothing is a term that a lot of white supremacists use when they're talking about black people who say, yo, you shot Mike Brown for no reason. You choked out Eric Garner for no reason. Oh, I bet you they didn't do nothing, right? And so Doja Cat came out with a song called Didn't Do Nothing. And so she's referring to that, right? She also says, I understand that my influence and my impact and that I'm taking all this very seriously. I love you all, and I'm sorry for upsetting or hurting any of you. That's not my character, and I'm determined to show everybody, and I'm determined to show this to everybody moving forward, right? So basically, she came out and just straight up apologized and didn't deny that, one, that was her song, two, that she made these comments, three, so on and so forth, right? So I really think that this is coming from a space of maybe feeling like an outcast from the black community, maybe feeling like, an outcast even to the white community. So her mental way of getting back at that is by saying that, no, I'm not black. And then also, society is very mad and evil and horrible towards black people, right? So me, on one hand, society's like, fuck you, nigger, why are you black, blah, 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 which American society definitely is like that. Most black people will get strong and be like, no, fuck that, I'm unapologetic and I'm black, right? But if you happen to be half white, then maybe you ain't gotta be that strong, right? You could be like, all right, forget about my black side, yeah, I'm just white, right? Let me just try to make things easier for myself and be white. You know what I mean? I don't know, right? I'm just trying to think of it from her point of view, right? But the bottom line is that she responded to it, and she was wilding out on social media. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Worth it.
If Tekashi 6ix9ine beats this case, I'll suck his dick. You don't have to ask me.
Shit. Oh my God. This is creepy. Oh my God.
Alright, so this is kind of a weird exchange, right? But the whole situation is that 6ix9ine went on Instagram and he put up this clip, right, of Charlamagne basically saying, yo, if 6ix9ine beats this case, I'll suck his dick, right? And this clip is from like 2.5 years ago, where Charlamagne was basically trolling, right? The whole situation is 6ix9ine put it up and he was like, damn, Charlamagne, I guess me and you have an appointment, right? Then G Herbo sees it and he's like, yo, my nigga, you didn't beat your case. You were found guilty. Not only that, but you pled guilty and you took the stand. Beating your case means that you actually won the case. You were found not guilty, right? And then of course 6ix9ine responds back to G Herbo and he's like, if anybody could find a G Herbo song that went platinum, I'll delete my whole Instagram right now, right? And then of course G Herbo responded back to him and he's like, I went platinum in the streets, somewhere that you really want to be but you can't, and I got rich on my own. Nobody made me cool and then stole from me. You basically paid to be cool. Okay, Nick Cannon, be safe, right? All of it is funny as hell, but the whole situation is that really and truly, you got 3 men on Instagram arguing about giving each other head, right? 6ix9ine, G Herbo, and Charlamagne, right? G Herbo was like, nah, nigga, Charlamagne ain't gonna give you no head because you lost the fucking trial, right? Which is all just fucking strange and weird, right? But let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.